Hello, Sean, Andra. This is Benjamin Monty coming to you live from Penfield, New York, where I am from. You know, I heard you were getting married, Sean, and I am still waiting for my invitation to your wedding. I'm sure there was a mistake in an address. Maybe you sent it to my old address, which is okay. I booked a flight and I am going to be in Zurich. So when you get a distress phone call from me, just know I'm at an airport and I need your help immediately. Okay? The reason Darren reached out to me, I'd say last week, and I wanted to wait till I got home so you can see my parents also, because they also want to wish you good luck in your wedding. But there are a few things, Andra, I think you need to know about your husband-to-be that I have a pretty good insight on. Beginning with, while he was in school, we gave him a nickname, The Nasty, McNasty, Big Nasty, because Sean led us into his this secret persona that he has, where he is an absolute monster. All right, I saw glimpses of the Nasty periodically at swim meets. I saw glimpses of the Nasty a lot when we were at the beach, and Sean would just take on this persona of some unstoppable force that could not be defeated in anything, and it's a lot of fun to see. Did you know, Andra's family, that Sean McGraw was and very well may still be addicted to the game World of Warcraft? We spent countless hours raiding when we were roommates our junior year with Andy May, and we were just crushing raids in World of Warcraft for a long time. He had a Fury warrior named Rishi Tensor. I'm sure that name rings a bell. But so some good memories I have of Sean in college. Most of them are involved in our swimming days. I'll always remember training with Sean. Sean was a great objective person to train with, because I would ask him a question about something. What do you think about this? And he'd tell me, that's a good idea. Or he'd say, no, we're not going to do that, because he was very, very objective. I love that about Sean. He's always been an extremely generous person with not so much with compliments, but a lot with information, and he's very, very truthful. I really appreciate that about John. My favorite memories of Sean in college were being on relays. I loved being on a relay because every time Sean jumped in, we had a really good chance of having fresh water for the second leg of the relay to begin the event. I especially loved being a part of the relay that got second at NCAAs. We beat Drury. That was an incredible time. And I always have fond memories of, like, when I was done, I would finish the relay and I'd be just dead out of my mind. And Sean would reach his gigantic hand and arm into the pool and he'd pull me out like I weighed nothing. That was always a really easy, fun way for me to get out of the pool. I don't think he wanted me to look like a weak person, so he helped me get out really fast. That was always very fun. Another example of Sean's generosity was when we graduated college. I did not get as good grades as Sean. If you can hear that noise, it's my dad being obnoxious with a squeaker over there.
No, wait.
Oh, it's a dog? It's the dogs. I didn't have any cords to graduate with around my neck. Sean had plenty, so he graciously let me don some of his cords so I didn't look as, I guess, not as exceptional as Sean did for the graduation. I still appreciate that to this day. We have a few really great memories about Mr. McGraw that I know I got to give Mr. McGraw some love, some attention. No matter where we were, if something good happened in the news, somebody won an award, somebody was a hero, somebody made some great discovery and like intellectual accomplishment, he would always say, you know, he's from Ohio or she's from Ohio. And I remember at NCAAs when this Korean national dude won some event, set some NCAA record, my dad would lean into Mr. McGraw and he'd say, you know, he's probably from Ohio, just to hit the joke one more time. Mr. McGraw would also always remind me of the quality football team from Buffalo, New York by saying, he'd go, Ben, does Buffalo even have a professional football team? And so he'd always bust my balls on that. But my favorite Mr. McGraw quote of all time, he was at a wedding, and I guess people weren't drinking at the wedding, and Mr. McGraw came up to me and he said, I walked up to somebody, and I said, look, if you don't like drinking, something's wrong with you. So those are some memories I have about Sean, Mr. McGraw, Andra. I wish you two and Sean the best of luck in your marriage. I hope it's everything you want it to be. And before we go, my mom, my dad, and Meg want to say a quick few words. So here they come.
And the dog.
Hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
We remember when you came here I think it was for Easter, and we loved having you here. And we wish you all the very best in your future life with your beautiful bride that we hope to meet someday.
Yes.
Yay, congratulations,
We
guys.
love you guys.
Bye, buddy.
Happy wedding.
Get hammered.